an opportunity to accompany the team of Weldec University to three world-class universities in Taiwan. Tamkang University, National University of Taiwan, Tainan University. Then at that particular point of time, we just had an occasion to visit a Maker Faire in Taiwan. What was there in that Maker Faire? We saw thousands and thousands of people, which consists of makers, that is students like you, faculty members, artists, freelancers, researchers, more importantly even the families being part of this kind of a workshop, wherein there were a series of demonstrations, technical demonstrations, and following the technical demonstration, they were assembling around tables of this kind and making things. That's why it is called Maker Faire. And one very unique presentation that we saw was a family, father, mother, and a young child, maybe about 8 to 10 years. They got instructions on how to use 3D printing for printing a chocolate. And then following the instruction, these three people participated in a small session, and end of the session, that boy 3D printed a chocolate. So we were inspired, if it can happen in Taiwan, involving a small kid in the school, why it should not happen in Hyderabad, where we have abundance of talent in the engineering colleges. So fundamentally today, we would like to provide some kind of inspiration to all the people in terms of fostering your love, your creativity in terms of making some robots, flying vehicles, maybe toys, embedded systems, micro flying vehicles, and 3D printed items. I would consider this particular workshop to be successful not through the flying of ornithopters, but if some of you, at least 10% of you, get out of the SK campus at the end of the day, go to your house, go to your college, with the help of your tutors, with the help of your parents, our brothers, our peers, can make some things and can do some things using this making experience. And the main idea here is to do something. That is the main idea. So I request everybody to be present here mentally, physically, by spirit, with only one idea that I will make something. I don't want to be bitter and critical about what happens in the classroom. I love teaching. But in typical teaching environment, in a university, in a college, even in the institutions of higher learning, there is a lot of emphasis on theory. And we want that kind of a theory related emphasis to be transformed into making something. So I don't know, some of you are the faculty members, others are students. There is a lot of impetus in the recent times about outcome oriented education, outcome oriented learning, and NBA is gung-ho in terms of making sure that this particular theme is penetrated into the very grassroots of the technical education by saying that everybody should be talking about outcome oriented education. I feel today, if some of you can make these things, it is the best manifestation of outcome oriented education. Next one. Who are the people? See, fundamentally, what is ornithopter? I am very sure some of you know what is ornithopter, but some of you might not be knowing what is ornithopter. Ornithopter is a man-made flying vehicle which is propelled by flapping wings. I am wary of making this kind of a definition in front of experts like Professor Yang and Professor Chari, who have done world-class research in ornithopters. And man is always fascinated at the natural things. Whatever you see in the nature is a source of inspiration. Whenever you look at a soaring eagle or a flying duck, you start thinking how to make something which can mimic it. And people spend centuries and centuries in terms of emulating them, imitating them, and mimicking them. And if you can go to YouTube and give a small query connected with flying vehicles, you can see that early efforts were talking about monstrous vehicles which are fundamentally driven by mechanical levers. And I am sure the early version of ornithopter, which is on the left side, should have weighed maybe about 200 kgs. But today, you can make an ornithopter courtesy microelectronics, micromechanisms, carbon fiber rods, and very, very thin but yet strong films within about 10 grams. So one ornithopter, which is right in the front here, weighs about 12 grams, but it can fly. So what is it you are going to do in this workshop is to build this. So the entire 6 to 8 hours of experience which you are going to accrue today in this session is about building this thing. First of all, unlike a conventional thing wherein we'll be welcoming everybody with a bouquet and then lighting of the lamp, I thought we will do in a slightly non-traditional manner because we are talking about learning by doing. The leader of this entire thought process for us, including the brain behind the ornithopter configuration, is Professor L.G. Young. Big round of applause.